let's get to the Hobo-Sexual baby daddy.
So 16. I'm sorry.
Hold up. How old was he when y'all met?
I think 5 years, at least 5 or 6 years older than I was.
Okay.
So when I initially met him, I think I was 18, 17, going into 18
Okay.
or 18, somewhere around there. Because at this point, when I met him, I had gone to New York, spent some time there, came back. I had this weird thing with my mom. My mom would think of it like a high school sweetheart that you know is really no good for you, but you've been with them for so long. And I kept falling in love with my mom. My mom would convince me she was changed.
Yeah.
And so I would make decisions and she'd be like, come home or,
I
come
forget
here. I
what they
got
call.
this
Well,
for
that's
you.
almost like Stockholm syndrome in a sense.
Kind of, I guess. So I would like, okay, she's not gonna ruin my life or be mean and terrible this time. Let me try it again. So I came home from New York to go home to her, and she was terrible. So I ended up my own place, and I met this guy. Honestly, he was not anything I was into, but I needed resources. Like he had resources I didn't have.
So it's a
Like
survival
yes,
tactic.
it was definitely I need he has car, he could take me places, he can help me do stuff. I'm
Mm.
working. I have a kid that's on mentally disabled. I need rides, hours away, that sort of thing. And I hate to say it like that, but that's just what it was. Like I
No,
didn't
yeah,
see.
you got to be honest with yourself and the situation, like, because you know how people always say, or the fucked up people always are like, well, why did you stay, or why did you do this? It's why did like a lot of the shit that we all do is out of survival, like.
Absolutely. Like 1000%. So I just had him, he was around. He got on my fucking nerves, honestly, but whatever. I think at this point I was
So hold up,
also
you didn't
raised.
like him at all, period? You just was like,
Not
that's why I
really.
say women are not as shallow as men are. Like women, y'all will deal with some
And this is why I was getting annoyed when folks like play with us, like, oh, like you understand that I
because
could not
men, there's like men will not be seen out in public with certain women. Like they might fuck anything, but you won't see it.
you
It's
won't see it.
like
No,
women, they be outside with their little ugly or medium ugly person, however you want to call it. I'm not
it
judging
was
people.
definitely
I'm just
given
saying.
medium ugly. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just what it was. And
That's why y'all are better than us, man. Y'all have good hearts.
and he was nice. Like I wasn't mean to him. Like I
Right.
just know he wasn't what I wanted. It was more situational. But anyhow, so one time he came over. He was like, "Oh, my cousin is in town from New York. Came over, brought this guy." I was just kind of sitting outside chilling. I think I was probably smoking or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, hey!" And in my mind, I'm like, "He's trying to show me off to his cousin, and I don't even like him." Like, I was more annoyed because I felt like it was like
A
he was trying to
setup.
put me on display or trying to show
Yeah.
me off, and it wasn't that for me, right? But whatever. And hey, cousin, went on about my life. I heard the cousin making some like remarks about me when I got up to go in the house. Like, not catcalling, but like, ooh, wee, something, along those
Right.
lines. But whatever. I just went about my business. And honestly, I don't remember the next part of this exactly. But based on what I know the situation was, the cousin, which ended up being my baby father, had to have just come back to my house on his own. I would not have met him anywhere else. Um, but I remember him being in my house and be like, "Hey, I just came through. I got some trees. You want to hang out? Blah 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 blah." I wasn't really dealing with the cousin anymore anyway at this
Right.
point, but I was just like, okay,
So hold up,
not
hold on 1 second, because I'm kind of so his cousin before him you were seeing, or y'all were.
yes.
Oh, okay.
So I was dealing with the cousin, the guy I didn't like not heavily, but we had a past. We had
Right,
hooked up at least once or twice. But I was more dealing with him for what he could do for me in terms of his resources.
right. But that's not the baby father.
No, that's
Oh, okay.
not.
All right. Cool.
And then and like The initial guy, the cousin, and I'm saying cousin because that's what they call each other. I'm not sure
Right.
like what exactly their relation
Because
is,
I was gonna say that's
but
kind of weird. Like I wouldn't sleep
but
with
it's
none of
so
my
weird. It's
cousins,
so weird.
uh,
So, but
none of my
so,
cousins' brothers, any of their girlfriends. Like I don't. That is so weird. Even if they had a
and
past.
I'm only mentioning that part because that comes into play later in the relationship. Well, I don't care because it is what it was. I was young as fuck. I didn't, I don't. Would I have done something like that now? Absolutely
No, no,
not.
no,
But
no. Yeah, totally. I understand what you're saying because I just thought about that too, and I think one of my worst relationships was somebody that slept with somebody else that I knew, and it was like
mm,
I knew it. They didn't have like a full on relationship, but yeah, it worked
but
out.
it's ugly. It gets ugly.
And
So
I had a kid with her too. Damn. Yo, you sure you're not me in another life?
no.
Holy shit! I just thought about that whole and that was like one of the worst,
That's
like
funny.
craziest
Okay,
relationships
well,
I've been
I
in.
feel this is a safe space. So
Totally, I'm here for you. We're trauma bonding.
like for real. But yeah, so whatever. So I kind of stopped dealing with the cousin because he just got on my nerves. Like, you know, I'm not like one of those girls. I could never, we were talking earlier, like women, we put up with, certain men or we do a lot. But I gotta kind of like you a little bit. I have to be able to deal with you. Like maybe you make me laugh or something. I'm not able to fake liking you if I don't like you at all. And so I couldn't really I couldn't hide how much the initial cousin annoyed the fuck out of me. So
Right.
that kind of like fizzled out. But very shortly after that, I remember all of a sudden the new cousin, I call him Diddy. Diddy shows up and and I called him Diddy way before the foolishness. Like
Jesus.
just to add some context on that, I used to call him at some point he was so ridiculous, I was calling him baby daddy. And I think around this time, Puff was still calling himself Puff Daddy.
Ah,
Then he went from I think Puff Daddy's like P Daddy. So I was calling my baby father like B Daddy, whatever. And because it was always a joke, like my kid's father's like, take that, won't stop, can't stop. Like that was a joke. That was his energy. Like he was just
right.
gonna do whatever he could do to me. He was never gonna stop. So I was calling him Puff Daddy for that. But then when Diddy started calling himself P Diddy, I started calling him Diddy, and that's just kind of